All right, hey everyone. Just want to take a few minutes and briefly show you around uh, our new system called Maxient. This is for two things. This is for students who wish to lodge complaints against us or against the college, and it's also the system that we will be using if we need to file academic dishonesty claims and things like that. So I'm going to show you to you from the student end first. I'm in the student tab right now. The system is called Maxient, but they're going to find it in the academic complaints link right here. And this basically takes them to an online form that they can fill out with their information, as you see here. If it's a grade complaint, they're contesting a grade, you can do it here. I've been told that grade contestation, which is a weird word, but that's what we used in the meeting yesterday. When they contest grades, they can only contest the way that it's been calculated and not the way that we've graded individual assignments, although I'm sure that there will be times when they do things like that here as well. But apparently, the grade contest is essentially made just for calculating grades. We'll see how that plays out in real life. If they have just a complaint about an instructor or something like that, they can do this here. If they have complaints about student services, y'all see all of the options that they have here as well. It also asks them to describe their concern, uh, make note of any things that they've tried to do to resolve it with other offices, and then what their desired resolution is. And there's also some supporting documentation here that they can upload as well. And they can opt in to email a copy of the report, as you see here. When they submit that, it will be sorted automatically and it will go to the required party. So if somebody lodges a complaint against one of you guys, it would come to me. If somebody lodges a complaint against me, it would come to Natalie. If they lodge a complaint against student services, I guess it would go to Renee Patchen or whoever's in uh, the uh, the required office. So what the hope is that this will kind of make it a little bit more streamlined. And when they file something, they'll have immediately have sort of a tangible. They'll get an email saying, this is being reviewed, blah blah blah. So the hope is that it will streamline this entire process. Our form looks very similar. We're going to find it obviously in the faculty and staff tab. And you'd think that they'd have the same link for us that we see here, but no, ours is actually going to be in the colleges and manuals. Excuse me, college manuals and forms link. And it's the academic misconduct reporting form. And as you can see, it looks very similar to the one that we just looked at. It outlines the process that you see here. This will be routed through Jason, um, and then we'll filter down through Natalie and to me as well. This is, again, very similar to what we saw with the students. You'll provide your information, click through to sort of make sure that you have everything done correctly here. Obviously, we need to name the student. And then you'll do a checkbox with the one that most closely resembles the offense or the alleged offense. This is where you can actually describe what's happened with the student. Now, ideally, what you would do is meet with the student before you do this. I think a lot of times this is going to happen in online classes. What I would do is, if you can meet with them, obviously that's a good idea. But if they're unwilling to do that or they're not responsive, you can just make note that you have emailed them and do it that way. So the idea here is that what you should do is go ahead and decide what kind of sanction you've applied. Those range from just requiring the student to repeat the assignment. That's generally what I do if it's a first offense. I'll say, hey, this is 100% plagiarized, or this is grossly improper AI use. Have another crack at the assignment, maybe with a different topic or things like that. But you guys are, as always, empowered to make your own decisions about how you handle things like that. I just learned yesterday, for instance, that in the math department, what they do is they lower the grade assigned if it's on quizzes and things like that on a first offense, like the highest you could possibly make on the test. And the example I think that Tim used was a student who had been busted on a quiz, like online on Respondus on the Respondus browser. And what they do is they make it so that they'll take 30 points off the grade or something like that. That, to be honest, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I think you'd want to retest on something like that, but that's their policy. And by all means, you guys are empowered to make those kinds of decisions for yourself. This is very important. You should inform the student before you file this. Now, they're going to get notified that this was filed and things like that, but that should come from the instructor before you fill it out here. As part of that, you should also inform the student that they have the right to appeal. The way that they would appeal is through the Maxient system in the student tab, which I just showed you. You should let them know about that they have that option. They have that right if they want. You can also upload any kind of supporting documentation here. The best case scenario, I think, is to email the student and then save that email. You have to do it as a PDF here. So there's a way to save emails as a PDF. Y'all are all pretty tech savvy. If you don't know how to do that, I'll show you how to do it in Outlook. You might also look into uploading things like videos, or if the videos are too large to be handled here, screenshots from Respondus, uh, the paper itself, if it was a plagiarism or an AI related thing, anything that you think might help you in your case supporting here, you can upload those files here. If it goes over this 5 gig maximum, you can make note of that elsewhere, and then you can email it to me and I'll hold it for you. I would always click email me a copy of this report, and that keeps you in the loop with anything that happens afterwards. So that's the long and short of it. I'm hoping that this will streamline these kind of things, and they'll just kind of get automatically routed to where they need to be, and it will add some transparency to the process. We'll see how all that plays out. As always, y'all let me know if you have any questions, and please, if you're going to do this, if you're going to file academic misconduct, just keep me in the loop from the get-go, and I'll send you this link and things like that.